Hello?
Hey Dad, I think someone's coming in our house.
What?
What should
Okay,
I do?
don't move. Don't make a sound. You hide. I'm coming home right now.
What is up everyone, welcome back to Jethro Productions, and I know I haven't done a video like this in a long time, but Dehancer actually reached out to me to review their plugin, and I'm gonna tell you, it's amazing. The short film you saw just now in the beginning was completely color graded in DaVinci Resolve using the Dehancer plugin, which is pretty cool. It makes your digital video and makes it look like it was shot on film, like actual film. So it even gets all the details right, the halation, like the just different details, the grain, and even the colors as well. You can choose the colors you want on what kind of film you want it to be shot on, and it'll give you those colors, which is amazing. And that short film I just showed you guys was shot on 4 different phones, and I did put a little label on the bottom to show you which shot was shot on which phone. The first phone I used was the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is now filming me this video right now. The second phone I used was the iPhone 14 Pro, and the third phone I use is the Samsung Galaxy S21, the base model, and the fourth phone I use is the Galaxy S24, also the base model. This is the proof that with any phone or any camera, you're able to use this plugin to make your footage look like it was shot on film. So in this video, I'm going to be diving deep into how I color graded these footage to make it look like what it did on the short film. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So right now we're in DaVinci Resolve, and right now I'm going to be showing you how I color graded each of these shots, not each of them, but some of the shots step by step. So for this first shot, which is in the beginning of the film, which is the back shot of the character, I just added a note. So just add a note right here. I just went to Dehancer, and right here, Dehancer Pro, just drag that into your note. And as you can see,
It's the source right now is stated as Rec 709, and I shot this on Apple Log. So I'm gonna change that real quick. Click on the drop down menu, go to choose camera, and for the vendor select Apple, and there it just does it by itself. So it shows iPhone, Apple Log. So right now this is basically converting it to the film profile I want, but you could adjust that later. So on this bottom part you could adjust your exposure, make it brighter, make it darker. Okay, so however you want to do this, and your temperature, the white balance, a cooler color or warmer color. Okay, and then you scroll down. So down here you could do like add more contrast to your shot like this. I think that's what I did, yes. And then you can add more, color boost, like make it more saturated kinda. As you can see right there. You don't want to push that too far. Okay, and then scroll down, film compression. So there are a bunch of settings on this. You could experiment and see what you like and see what fits your style. It's pretty cool. And here you can darken your blacks and your whites as well. Of course, you don't push any of that too far. Just leave that at normal. And then the print, and you can mess with the exposure, you can mess with the contrast, saturation. If you don't want it to be too saturated, or you can just leave it in there. Okay, and then here's the right here is just your basic color grade thing. So you could put more blue, or wait, sorry. You can enable it, and you can adjust all these different levels, like what you have in DaVinci Resolve. And the shadows. It's pretty cool. And for the film grain, I normally just leave it at 35 millimeters. And for this shot, I think I'm on a low ISO, so I'm just gonna change that to ISO 50. And okay, right now it's not on the highest. Change that to full, and you can see a little green right there. And it looks very nice. And this is not just an overlay; it's actually a simulation. It looks at your footage and it simulates film grain. Instead of just adding an overlay on top of it, it actually simulates the film grain. So it's different from just adding an overlay onto your footage. This one actually simulates it and knows where to place the grain at. Okay, so you scroll down and get halation. Halation, which is the low lines you see right here, like the glowy lines which you get when you're watching movies shot on film. They have these halation lines on brighter parts, like outlines the character and outlines some of the lines. So as you can see right here, if I go to mask mode, you can actually see how much halation is on the shot and where it's at. So you can see it's the lines and the outlines where there's light. So for this shot, it's a very bright shot, so it does have a lot of halation, but you also don't want to be too intense with it, since you don't want to have too much of it. If not, it would not look natural. But for this shot, I think everything looks pretty good. Maybe I can turn it down a little bit, like that, and go back to mask mode. And and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to have the halation like this for a bright shot like this, and it's not really clear. You could barely see it if you don't zoom in. So you could kind of see the outline around the character, which is pretty cool. And down here, bloom, so that's to add so let me go to mask mode, and there you see it's like a kind of like a glow kind of thing, and I'm sure that's also something that you'll see when it's shot on film. So let me turn that off. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. And there you see it. You can see some of the glow right there, or the bloom. And it looks pretty cool. I really like that look. And then scrolling down again, you got film damage, but that's like jittering the image, which I'm not gonna use since I don't like that effect. And then film breath. Right here, let me turn it down so I could actually play this thing. Still not gonna be smooth, but we'll see. So when you look at the actual shot from it's so laggy right now, you couldn't really see it since my computer is it's it's a 2015 MacBook Pro, so it's not gonna render very well. And then you got gate weave. Yeah, it looks, I mean, I could already see it's starting to look more like film every time. So right now, here's the full resolution, and yeah, you can just, just zoom in and you can see like the different effects that's putting into the image, which is very nice. It's better than I expected, actually. And the vignette, there it is. So yeah, that's how I color graded this shot. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not an expert in this yet. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure it out since I've never actually have experience shooting on film before, and I'm just a beginner filmmaker. So I just started out. I have never had any experience shooting on film. I'm not sure what the details that I'm supposed to be looking for. But as for right now, this shot looks pretty good to me. It looks pretty cinematic, and I'm sure the features on actual film has been inputted to this footage right here, which is very nice to see that even right now with my own phone I could get footage that wasn't possible to everyone a few years ago. Or yeah, back then cameras weren't even this accessible to people, to us as filmmakers. Now our phones could do the job. It's amazing. Okay, so this is the shot that's shot on Apple Log, or my iPhone 15 Pro Max. But let's take a look at a shot that is shot on the iPhone 14 Pro. So I'm actually using the cinematic mode for this shot, and take a look. I think this is one of my favorite shots from the whole film. It's just, look at that shot. I just love the shot. Okay, let me take this off real quick. So this is the raw footage. This is what I get straight off the camera, cinematic mode, straight off the camera. And what I did was the same thing, but some differences. Put another note, add Dehancer plugin in. So right now this is already on Rec 709. It's not going to be any different. I mean, it's not shot on Apple Log or anything, since it's not a feature on cinematic mode yet. I wish it was, but right here it's the same concept. You could change your exposure, change your white balance, change the style of film you want to emulate. And for now I'm gonna do the same thing as I did just now, which is the 200T, Kodak Vision 200T. There you go. And then you can boost the contrast. Oops, sorry, haven't enabled it. There you go. Boost the contrast, boost the color a little bit. Because I'm shooting it on two different cameras, I have to match the shot or the colors to the Apple Log footage. So I'm gonna try my best to do that. Okay, film compression. Yep, so there's a bunch of settings. So you know what? I'm just gonna drag this node in, and then y'all can see what I did. So this is the shot. So I did adjust some of the shadow tone, the mid-tones, the highlight tones, and the film grain. I also put it on ISO 50, so I'm pretty sure that because it's a very bright place, it's a grocery store, so I'm pretty sure the ISO is low since it's cinematic mode. You can't really adjust that. And the halation. Okay, let's look at it real quick. You can see if I zoom in real quick, real close, you can see some of the halation on the mouth, the sides, the hair. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is how it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to overwhelm your halation, and you gotta pay real close attention before you can actually see it. Let me turn this back. Yep, turn it full. Yep. Okay, so let's scroll down. Bloom, I already added that. So here's the mask. You can see it. It's on the sides, but you can't really see on the actual footage. But I'm pretty sure this is how it's supposed to look. It's not supposed to be overwhelming with bloom, halation. Just supposed to be a little bit, just to emulate that film look. And I did not put film damage, film breath, gate weave, and vignette. So it's very easy, even for me with no experience in film. You could get something like this on an iPhone, and something like this on the new iPhone with the feature, the ability to shoot and lock, and you get something like this, which is crazy. And then moving on, I did shoot a couple. Okay, so like this shot right here. This shot was shot on the S21, and I'm not really proud of this shot. It's not the best looking shot, but I don't have a lot of time out there. Just got a quick shot, got into the car, and then drove away. Right? I mean, my dad picked me up and stuff. And the lighting is not really good because it's at night. And I just gotta wait for some car to come. So as you can see right here, there's the blinkers on one of the cars, and I can get a shot that I could actually see the stop sign. So, and I did the same thing, just color graded it with Dehancer. Pretty straightforward. You just gotta adjust each and every one of those to make it look like how you want it to look, which is pretty cool. And then let's go to a shot I shot on the S24, which is this shot, I believe. Yes, this shot was shot on the S24. Okay, let's move a little bit. Okay, so this one I did add some previous adjustments to it since I actually shot the film backwards. I shot the car shots before I shot the grocery store. Before I shot in the grocery store, so it's not that dark yet. So I have to do some adjustments to make it darker before I put it into Dehancer and then color grade the footage. And this is the same thing as well. You just gotta mess with the settings. Just gotta figure out what's best for your footage. And I'm pretty sure you can get shots like this as well, or even better. Since I'm still not 100% proud of my. I'm still trying to figure out this plugin, so I'm pretty sure you could get it even better than I do. And that's basically it for how I color graded these 4 different phones. I mean, the only thing different about these different shots is one of them was shot on Apple Lock, and it's not a whole different thing, but you get more options with that. For the Rec 709 shots, like those that it's just straight off your camera app, they look pretty great because the lock shots I actually used the Blackmagic app, which looks amazing. I mean, take a look at this or this. And I'm also really proud of cinematic mode, to be honest. I didn't know we could actually do it this well, because for a while was hesitant to even use cinematic mode. But after testing it out in this short film, I think I'll use it more often. Of course, I'm not going to overuse it, but it looks pretty great, to be honest. It gives you the blur right, and for these shots, the edge detection is actually pretty well. The edge detection is pretty good. Let's take a look at this one. Look at that. I can barely see anything that's not focused right, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of improvements, and this is not even the 15 Pro Max. This is the 14 Pro doing this, and I'm pretty sure the 15 Pro Max could even do better. But the reason I'm using the 14 Pro for this video is to show you that if you have the 14 Pro, you have the 13 Pro Max, you could do this. You could do films like this with this Dehancer plugin, which is amazing. So that's basically it for the color grading portion, and I'm gonna jump back into my room. So I'll catch you guys there.
So that's it for the color grading part and how to use the plugin. But I also got a little something special for you guys. If you go down to the description, you can get the plugin for yourself with 10% off with my promo code Jethro Pro on the screen right here and also in the description. Click the link, go to their website if you want to just get the film grain, or you just want to get individual plugins instead of the whole thing. You could do that as well. If you want to get the pro version, you can get everything I just showed you just now to make your video look like what's shot on film. So if you use my code Jethro Pro, you could get all that for 10% off, and it will be a big help to the channel as well. So if you're gonna get it, go down there in the description, click the link and get it right now. And also I got a little something special to announce too. They also have a mobile phone app which you could color grade your footage like I'm using the iPhone 15 right now, and I can shoot it in log, and to color grade it I have to put it into my computer, into DaVinci Resolve, and then color grade the footage. But with the Dehancer app, you could color grade your log footage instantly on your phone, which is awesome. Okay, so here are some of the results I tried using the app, and here's the log footage, and then look at the color graded footage, and that's all done on your phone, which is crazy. Now you could color grade your log footage on your phone. You don't have to get your computer out to do that. And if you want to take everyday cinematic videos on your phone and you want to shoot it on log to make it more professional, you can just do that. You don't have to turn on your computer. You just need to go into the app, put it in, color grade it for you. So you can go check the app out. I think there's like a free trial or something. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to go down there, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to get notifications on upcoming videos. I do a bunch of film videos, or like I make films, short films and stuff, and then I used to do stop motion, which I'm trying to get back into again. And as you can see, I have my whole collection back there. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.